Hey everybody, welcome back. I gotta tell you, I didn't think I'd be making this episode. First, we gotta set the stage. We have one tick on the post-its left. Let me remind you, we've come a long way. We've been on tainted characters for so long that this doesn't look right. This looks like I've applied like a brightness filter incorrectly. Is like, why is the game so vibrant? Why is there so much hope? Why are some of the characters smiling? That looks normal to me. We only have one thing left. Tainted Lazarus, Hush. I'm caffeinating because it is 8:48 a.m. on a Saturday. But I'm happy to be here. Let's see if we can make Hush happen. I doubt it on this run, but we'll see. You never know. There's your seed in case we get something incredible in here. We really struggled. Like, it took me probably, I don't know, 5 hours of fairly consistent play to get a Tainted Lazarus Greedier mode victory. Just misery. Maybe the most miserable I've ever been trying to knock something out in this game, but we got it done, and now I'm like, why was I complaining? It was so easy. The reason, I mean, there's a couple of reasons I'm out here recording 8:48 a.m. on a Saturday. One is, I don't remember what that does, so I say no to it. One is, I need an Isaac episode for Monday, so at some point this weekend I gotta record one, and I like to record a few more than one, if possible, to make the rest of my week a little easier. The other one is rest of the family still asleep for the time being, and when you get the babies enjoying staying asleep past like 8:30 a.m., you take advantage of it. Do something that maybe you can knock out an errand. Like this, for example. Not that it's not also a passion project, but... and then the third one is... I got dose 2 yesterday of the Pfizer vaccine. And we're now about 23 hours on from when I got it. I fully expected to be kind of knocked on my butt today, but I gotta be honest, I actually feel 98% normal. I don't say this is like, if you've gotten vaccinated, then you're already, you've been through it. If you haven't, I'm not saying this to be like, well, you're probably gonna get no symptoms either, because I feel like I got a little lucky, or maybe like the other shoe is about to drop in a day or two, or some people said after 36 hours it gets bad. But I thought to myself, let's knock out this Isaac episode, because I might wake up tomorrow and feel like I've been hit by like a 10-ton truck or something like that. But yeah, I feel good. Like yesterday, I would say after getting the vaccine, I was a little lethargic. I didn't really want to do anything. You might say that's not atypical. I would disagree. Usually, like after the stream, I want to go for a walk with the baby and get some groceries. I'm excited about what I'm gonna cook for dinner and stuff like that. This time, I was just like, I just want to sit on the couch and watch Darcy and Stacy, which I didn't actually, because I think the show actually is like bad for your brain. But that's pretty good. I'm happy with where we're at here. I think we have a couple of ways that we can think about this run. I haven't been on non-Greedier in a long time. This seems so easy. You mean the rooms only spawn, like, 6 enemies, and then if you don't kill them all, they don't spawn another 6 in 5 seconds? Wow, what a world. I'm thinking of a couple of different ways that we could handle this run, right? So, it probably should have flipped there, but that's okay. One is the obvious. You D6 bad items, and then pick them up with whatever character's best. But I think that's underrating the potential of something like the D1 to give you extra high-value consumables like Spirit Hearts. The real answer is that, to be honest with you, we could probably do both. And with the 2-room charge, we really should just be using our D-Infinity more often, probably. Like, Botfly, you know what? I'm getting insane. I never thought I would be this guy. I'm going to the Repentance Wiki. I want to make sure I got everything figured out. Gives you a robot fly, fires shielded tears at projectiles, does contact damage to enemies, but not very much. Okay. It counts for Beelzebub. It gives us some small degree of protection. I'll take. But I thought about not doing it. I really did. I really did. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. To say I'm 100% would be a misnomer, but I fully expected to wake up and feel. Most people seem to describe it almost as like a moderate hangover. Which, don't get me wrong, it's been a while, but there was a period in the late 2000s where definitely I would say I'm familiar with that. So I geared myself up. I would, drank more water yesterday than probably like any day in my entire life. Of course, that's not going to be the secret room. You've already seen the secret room. And woke up today and really just have like arms a little sore, joints are a little stiff. I'm a little creaky today, and maybe like the slightest bit of lethargy still, but otherwise feeling like better than expected. Let's put it that way. Much better than expected. So I'm doing what I always do, and I'm talking about the way that we're going to use the D-Infinity and then not actually using it. I do regret the loss of our 100% deal with the devil chance. I'm really a believer. I'm trying to think. Well, no, yesterday when I beat Greedier as Tainted Lazarus, I did it using angel deals. That doesn't mean necessarily that angel deals are the way to go, but there's some proof of concept there. Greedier is just like, I think you just gotta have a perfect run, or at least a perfect run, because things don't need to be. There's no rubric that you can apply to art. I don't know why I got so up my own butt about it, but sometimes people are like, how can two things be perfect? There's a philosophical question, maybe. Well, I don't know. You got Steely Dan's 1980 album Asia, that's perfect. And then you also got the Streets 2004 concept hip hop album A Grand Don't Come for Free, that's also perfect. So you tell me, the albums really couldn't be more different. Then you got, Brian Eno, Music for Airports, Ambient 1. Also perfect. Doesn't even have any dang words in it. So you tell me. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you tell me. We didn't get our deal. For right now, I still think A-side can snag that. B-side's feeling a little weak, but they also start much stronger. And, in all likelihood, A-side is a little bit more beholden to, like, random chance. Whereas B-side gets to control their own destiny with the D1 a little bit. So, I'm not optimistic nor pessimistic about where we stand right now. I'm merely living in the moment. Not a cell phone in sight. Now, do we have red hearts? I really should have farmed up the HP on the last floor. I'm realizing I probably left like a bunch of half red hearts on the ground for no reason. We haven't used flip at all yet. And you know what? That's okay. We gotta be... I think this is the run where I've had like the worst usage of bombs in my recent Isaac career. We've accomplished almost nothing with many bombs. Don't hit me. We gotta get them before they come back. With one, we can wait it out. But with two, there's just a little too much brownie in motion. You might say, by the way, NL, you forgot about... Oh my god, I got hit as A-side again. You might say you forgot about the obvious play. What about D4ing your run, or D100ing? And I actually think there is a play there. We'll get that, we'll get that. But it's not maybe what you'd think. What would the play be? Well, in my head, I'm like, you fight Hush, you think you're gonna die, you flip, you go to B-side. You think you're gonna die as B-side, you D100 as like the ultimate Hail Mary. Maybe you roll yourself into something that's able to beat Hush. So there's a chance. There's a chance. But for now, we just, I'm happy we're on pace. I feel like we're really in like a limited period where I'm very happy with where I stand because of the Greedier mode win, which means to me that this seems like I'm playing on easy mode here, even though I've been hit more than I'd like to admit. But this is going to be a deal with the devil right here anyway, so every once in a while, you're right. I'm a big believer in the philosophy of clip farming. I think you always want to give people a reason to watch the content, and building up ridiculous moments like that where your comedic timing could either, you know, reward you or punish you. I think that's what it's all about, man. Anyway, that's all I got. Well, that's not true. I've been watching a lot of, like, movies lately. My wife has gotten more into League of Legends, which is, like, as a... He's got shot again. As an adult, when you get into your, you know, your 30s... This is a D6 if I've ever seen one. I think it's okay. I don't think it's spicy, that's for sure, but I don't think it's bad. The extra bombs alone give us some potential value, but you know, when you get into a game and you're like 19, it's not for everyone, but for a lot of people, I think that means a very different thing than when you get into a game and you're like 32 and maybe you have a kid and I don't want to say you don't have a full-time job when you're 19, but like, you know, you might have a little bit more responsibility or more regular schedule or something like that. Look, I don't know how you live your life. Maybe not. Maybe you're, you know, that 19-year-old that's going into space with Jeff Bezos. So, you know, you're like, oh, sorry, NL, I can't watch Isaac today. I got to get in the G simulator and have one of those like viral clips where they watch me frickin' pass out and throw up all over myself. I don't know, okay? So I don't want to act like I know what it's like, but when I was 19, maybe that's a better way to describe it. If I got really into like a game or a pursuit, I would just do it, you know, like 10 hours a day. Yo, okay, this is actually pretty close to you win the game territory. We have a speed issue for certain. But this is pretty close to you win the game territory. You drop the Hierophant on the ground. You fight this room. You come back. I hope with the D1 ready. If not, we can take our time to figure it out. It's only going to charge half as fast as usual, but 2 Spirit Hearts on tap is really good. We also could find Blue Key to open Hush. Like, we're going slower than we want to go right now. Obviously. D1, okay. We need 3 more rooms. We can just hold it as you, because we could just use it on the next floor. That's fine. I think we got to get out of here then. I think we got to get out of here. This would be a great time for a deal with the devil to show up, because we would say no to the deal with the devil, because we don't have the HP for it yet. And then on the next floor, we would be like, please give me my deal with the angel. Good fight, at least. Good HP. I think you can snag one of those. I think it's good. I think it's good. We ignore the deal with the devil. We take a 3rd tier's upgrade as the same character. And then we head down, just trying to keep pace for Hush. Anyway, this was all in service of defending my wife's honor. In service of being a wife guy, which is to say, she plays some League of Legends, but she doesn't play like enough that you would be like, oh, it's life destroying. It's just like every night she's like, maybe I'll play like 1 or 2 games, and then like I'll be in bed like reading or something like that, and then she'll come in and be like, you won't believe the idiots I played with, and I'll be like, I promise you I do. I promise you I will. I played a Rocket League game the other night with a guy who I hit the ball when he thought it was his priority to hit the ball. He went AFK typing in chat like an essay about how, you know, I'm bad, I don't know what I'm doing, even while his car is like not moving. And the whole time, sorry, a little hoarse here, but the whole time, me and both of my opponents on the other team we're like, bro, just chill out. It's like, it's a Thursday night. Everybody's just trying to enjoy themselves. That's another good get. And he was like, no, you don't understand. If I let this mediocrity ride, then you're gonna think that you're right and that I'm a jerk, but I'm being a jerk because I only get a limited amount of free time to play the game and you're not mad. And I'm like, bro, we're in Plat 1. It's literally like the median skill level in this game. We're not... And also, this is gonna sound like, and then everybody clapped, but I promise it's actually true. We may actually try to... The Hierophant's so good though, dude. Like, I kind of want to re-roll it, but I almost feel like the Spirit Hearts are going to be better. I know that's atypical for me here, but you gotta... This is so slow, too. Just give it a sec. And then you can start doing that. As long as you hold one... this was the right way to play, because now we got a 4-room charge on it instead of a 6-room charge, I think. Anyway... This is gonna sound like, and then everybody clapped, but I promise you this is actually how it went down. We tied 2-2. I scored both goals while my man was typing, of course. We went to overtime. I missed, like, a clear, but it did not go in. Like, they didn't score on us. We could D5 or D1 that, but I prefer the Spirit Hearts. At which point... my teammate started typing again. It was like, you know, there you go, you missed the clear again. See what I mean? See what I mean, everybody? While he was typing, they scored, and then the other team was like, wow, imagine being so mad at, like, a misplay that you make your team lose in overtime. But the guy was just, like, losing it. He was like, okay, sure, I guess I'm the dickhead. I'm the dickhead, because I want everyone to play. And we're like, dude, just... Getting very close to the point where I'm like, have a good game, sir, and please don't come to my house and kill me. Anyway, long story short, when my wife tells me about the kind of people that she ends up teammates with in League of Legends, I'm like, trust me, I'll believe anything. you could tell me just about any story about these individuals, and I would be like, I completely believe you. But anyway, so I've been watching while she plays League, I've been, you know, maybe playing a little Rocket League or watching some movies. I watched the Adam Sandler movie, That's My Boy, which believe it, this might be the longest time in my life between seeing a movie, or starting a movie and finishing it. It was one of the first movies I started to watch when we had our daughter, you know, in September/October 2020. The stars. Hold on. I gotta see what this does. I never finished it because it's horrible. And then I thought, you know what? I'll go back and I'll finish it. And it is really bad. And I always thought that, like, Adam Sandler, the stars, by the way, removes your oldest item, spawns 2 pedestal items from the current room's pool. That's actually unbelievable. It would take Botfly, but give us 2 secret room items. I can live with that, man. And I know we could use it on the other character, but I'd rather lose Botfly than a Tears upgrade. Raw liver and ball and chain. Ball and chain, not so good. Raw liver, I'm gonna flip into... And we're just keeping the Hierophant with us. We're going way too slow, by the way. We desperately need to pick this one up if we're gonna make it. We may, that's quite nice, actually. We may / definitely will end up leaving a lot of, like maybe even leaving those Spirit Hearts back there and not min-maxing the Hierophant. We can hopefully min-max it later and get to a good amount of HP before the Hush fight. We need to pick it up, quite frankly. This is horrible. Absolutely terrible item. Maybe we'll get a good chance to D6 it. That would help me out. I am fishing, obviously, for, oh, well, that's not so bad. But I am fishing for, like, Magic Mush or something. So we still need, like, that killer app item. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna reroll this right away. I am. It probably better as the other character, but at some point you gotta just make some choices. Anyway, if anyone has ever seen That's My Boy, Andy Samberg, Adam Sandler, I know that sounds like I'm making a joke, but that is what their names are. Not a good movie, but one much like Norbit, one great laugh out loud moment. These are both good, man. We don't need to actually fight you, so I'm going to leave. we should, you know what? I'm gonna fight you, even though this sounds crazy. I'm gonna fight you to get a flip. That way, I can take Stapler on the unit that warrants it. Heavy cost in terms of bombs, but again, we're... times are tight. Okay, get me out of here. Take Stapler on you. I hope this pays dividends. Much like Norbit, there's one beautiful scene where they're fighting. Andy Samberg is fighting an Irish preacher by the name of Father McNally, played by the inimitable James Caan, also known as Sonny Corleone from the Godfather series. And Andy Samberg socks him one in the jaw, and then James Caan, who's like just looking like he's built like a freaking tank, even though he's in like his 70s, he starts speaking in tongues and going like and I don't know, man, there's something wrong with my sense of humor. I guess is the only answer and response that I have to that, because it's I was like, you know, Sandler, you're not like, I would say you got a pretty bad track record. I'm loving that Star of Bethlehem could put us on the right track at least, but at least you're blowing it out of the park, like with one scene per movie, and then of course Uncut Gems. I mean, is a classique. I don't know if this is how we. No, this is right. This is right. We walk back a room, drop the Hierophant. I know this is taking a while. D1 the Hierophant. Use it. Let's just take both of those for now. I know we got the Two of Hearts back there, but it is what it is, you know? Mission heavily failed. I'm skeptical we're gonna make Hush. I mean, you can see for yourself, things are getting a little spiced. Star of Bethlehem is just, I thought it was helping us figure out where to go, but it's kind of glitching through the walls. I definitely do want to open that. Prepare yourself, because in order for me to make in order for me to feel like I have a chance to make the Hush fight, at this point, I feel like I need to start cruising. I need to go fast. I will skip item rooms, I will skip shops, because the only thing that matters is getting the Hush. I know that we could get either Mama Mega or Blue Key, but they're hard to just manifest out of nowhere. So we will skip everything on this floor to try to make this happen. This boss, I've come to terms with you. You're not so bad anymore. You do take a long time to kill, which is not so nice, but not great, not great. I definitely do want to use like Bomber Boy. It worked. 20 minutes. Depths 1. Depths 1. Okay, if it had been Catacombs 2, I would have given up. But on Depths 1, I'm like, you know what? And no matter what, like we're gonna let this one ride, because there's always hope, as long as we can get Mama Mega, right? We do need to go to a shop in order for. I don't even know if Mama Mega opens it, but Boss Rush definitely does. We just this would be a wonderful time for the game to just reward us with that 5.6% chance deal with the Angel. Great item. Odds not very high, admittedly. I mean, we're flirting with disaster here. Are you kidding me? Go faster. Still got the Hierophant burning a hole in our pocket. Buddy in a box. It's okay. Also watched, like I said, I watched Rush Hour. First Rush Hour is not bad. Thought it was okay. That's my complete review. I don't know why I'm watching all these movies from the 90s that like I have either seen before. I guess That's My Boy is from 2009, but I've either seen before or like I never saw, and it's like the one that got away. I can't shoot you. This is the worst. You're the worst enemy. Are you really gonna... Like, I don't know what I can... I guess I could do this. Then you come down this way. Don't move. Don't move. I will be highly upset. We don't want to be here. I'm realizing we're screwed. We got 3 floors to do in under 10 minutes. And we're probably not gonna go to the item rooms in the process. Okay, well, you know what you do then? All decorum must be thrown out the window immediately. We're very happy to have, that doesn't help, unfortunately. We're very happy to have, the Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. Helps us speed through a room like that, save a little time. Every extra bomb matters. We actually are going to have the opportunity to go to our item room. It's going to give us the virus, which we just take. We get to go to this. You know, I think it's legitimately bad. Let's do it. Sounds like fun. We got the Hierophant locked in as the other character. 2 seconds to grab that feels good. Because a bomb could save us, you know, 30 seconds. Okay, let's just think about this soberly. We have about 7 minutes to get through 3 floors. This one's almost over, thankfully. Star of Bethlehem, quite helpful, if it could find its way in here. There it is. Here comes that boy. Worth, I guess. Still like an unbelievable rate of fire up. I'm trying to... There's got to be a better way, don't get me wrong, but... Thank you, I don't even know what that was. I don't have infamy. I have no idea what that was, quite frankly. I got hit and it didn't hurt me. We got our deal. Oh my god, okay. If we're gonna fight Hush... You know what? You could use Polaroid. There's something in there. You might as well... Oh, okay, we've broken you, but we wanted D6 this. We wanted D6 both. That's our play. This might be a blessing in disguise. You got a flip? Yes. D6 both. It's not incredible, but that is a 20% damage up. And you know what? You can actually hold that now. Alright, just go fast. Now, you might be whispering in my ear a little bit of this. This is so good. You might... We gotta find the way that, Star of Bethlehem's going. You might be saying, NL, once you get to that Hush fight, how are you even gonna win on it? I hadn't considered that, yet. Thank you. I appreciate the stark reminder of, where we're at in our lives. Star of Bethlehem's going down. I'm not gonna give it a second. I'm just gonna... I think we can take the time to clear out some rooms, because Star of Bethlehem is very, very slow moving. It'll at least help us from going all the way down the road to a dead end, which is mighty helpful. It's still going down. Okay. Honestly, I think we can leave that on the ground for a sec. Star of Bethlehem appeared to still be moving downwards. We're not using the D infinity even close to properly, but we are alive. And we are, I would say, probably going to make the Hush fight now. Which is hilarious, because we do not deserve to get there. I shouldn't say did, because we're not there yet. Once we get to the Hush fight, I'm a little, still, I would say, quite concerned about our... Alright, our bombs are not good anymore, but I would say quite concerned about our chances. I didn't see where Star of Bethlehem went. We'll see on the next flip. Wasn't paying close enough attention. I'm taking the Eternal Heart, by the way, on B side. Anything, man. Anything. I guess we could maybe D1 an Eternal Heart, take it on both. Okay, there's some temptation there. That seems like a pretty good idea, so let's not pick it up right now. Hello. I'm honestly not sweating the time. Like, I feel like we're not that upset about it right now. 4 minutes to get through this floor when we kind of know where to go. It's not a slam dunk, but it's not bad. Okay, so it's going this way. That's fine, man. That's fine. We're still not touching this one yet because we might get multiple cracks at the D1. We're at the boss fights. We might be able to take a little time on this floor to farm, which is a huge change. This XL floor has actually like revitalized my ability here. Let's see what we get. We probably won't, by the way, but but we might. Now with Mom's Heart, I think I'd save. I was gonna say we save our Bomber Boy for Mom's Heart, but we're not gonna use Bomber Boy because we're not gonna be on the B side of Tainted Lazarus. I have heard, by the way, I don't know how true this is. This might just be rampant speculation, but I have heard that the planned fix for Tainted Lazarus is that when you pick up an item as one side, the other side gets the inverted item ID. You know what so inevitably, you know, there's only a certain number of item IDs in the game. If you take the max number minus the ID of the first number that you got, it gives you like the opposite side of the system. This is okay. Just go for it because we'd rather have fire bombs maybe on the Bomber Boy. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, so basically what that would mean is that when you picked up one item as one character, you would get another item as another character. You wouldn't know what it was unless you like ran it through like a filter first or something like that. But you would at least have... I really don't want to lose my chance here, but I think we got to save flip. What is our chances? Like 14 and 21 or something? I'm not glancing. Plenty of time. I know it might not look like it. We actually have plenty of time. We still have plenty of time. That's fair. I saw it coming, and I came to terms with it. Go ahead, beam me. Okay, don't beam me. I got a little closer than I thought I would get there. No deal is not unexpected. Do we save? Maybe we actually save our D1. I know that sounds also crazy. And we definitely will not have a chance to farm. We will probably just be this character for a long time. Maybe the entire attempt on the fight. So either doubling a Hierophant card, which is 2 Spirit Hearts, or... No, that's the best. Why was I... Oh my god, please don't mention to me that I've been doubling Spirit Hearts instead of the Hierophant. No, I haven't. That's not true. That's... You're a liar. I never... Hierophant. You're tearing me apart! Curse of the Blind? Not great. I think we just need to stack up as much survival as possible on B side. And I genuinely think we might win. You gotta look. I don't even know what you are, man. That's a Spirit Heart. That's a half Spirit Heart. I guess we're gonna pick up the items. Book of Secrets, not what we're looking for. Could D6 it? Did we lose our charge on the... Because I was going to use the D100 to re-roll us if I needed to. It's unfortunate. All right, you know what? We have Chaos, so we can just... We might as well pick up, you know, whatever you got here. Just see what you get. You never know. Sackhead? That's killer, man. Look at that. Then I'm realizing... Well, you know what? It is worth saying. We don't have a D1 anymore. We don't have a charge. So I'm trying to just maximize our HP. If we could, and I hate to do this to our donation machine. It's been such a help for us throughout our, you know, our Isaac gameplay for life. That if we could go in with full health and also have a a Hierophant ready to pop when things get tough, then that's going to maximize our chances. And then from this point, one extra bomb, you never know, man. Like, you never know. Okay. We have a flip in case we need the nuclear option. I really, really hope we don't, because that would be too much. But I genuinely, if I had to bet right now, I would probably bet on a win against Hush. And we've manifested it out of very little. Really, like, the best thing that I've done on this run is just recognize that we were going slow as heck and then get into 4th gear before things really got dangerous. Okay, so I learned this, and it's a lesson that should not have taken me like 3,000 hours, but I learned, and it makes a lot of sense on paper, but to do it in practice requires breaking some habits, right? The number one thing for us is just defense. It's just defense. So take as little damage as possible, even if it makes the fight last forever. Like, we should not be still fighting you, much less have you with, like, you know, 10% of your HP or more left. But it takes as long as it takes, and I'm not really worried about using a bomb on you. I'm gonna save all these bombs for Super Hush, because I think that he's easier to hit. And also, I think because he's more stationary, the fire is gonna do a lot more damage. Almost got me. Pulse quickened a little bit for sure. I'm hoping, I kind of hope that the fire would do a little bit more than that. But you know, it takes as long as it takes. Just say it with me. It takes as long as it takes. Maybe try not to extinguish those fires, because he's going to start moving soon. You might walk into them. He's not going to walk into them. This blows pretty hard. But we're getting there. We haven't taken any damage so far. I think the bombs reset the boss armor as well. Yeah, start locomoting. Don't let me stop you. As you can see, his HP is dropping so rapidly. It's it's happening so fast, you could be forgiven for not realizing it. Like, it's so fast, it almost looks like it's not going down at all. But that's okay. I mean, I don't know why I would expect this run to do more damage when, you know, it only has one of the best damage-dealing items in the game, plus a 20% damage multiplier. Admittedly, this is where you get a lot of, like, Captain Hindsights when you play as Tainted Lazarus, where, like, if you gave some of the Tears upgrades to this character, then look at how much more damage they'd be doing. Yeah, if you work backwards from knowing where you're going to be at in the future, it makes it very obvious what decisions you should have made in your past to make, you know... Really, what do you say out of this one, Captain Hindsight? We should have given B-Side just about every item in the game if they're going to be the ones fighting Hush. You know, we also had to balance it a little bit so that we were able to get through the bosses in the rooms that came before. You know, you don't... There's no adroitness. And I deliberately use the college word here because I'm annoyed with the straw man that I've created. But there's no adroitness to looking at a run and being like, well, if you had a time machine, you could fix this. Yeah, no kidding. If I had a time machine, I could fix lots of stuff. You know, I'd go back to 2007 and be like, I'm you from the future. Don't spend your hard-earned summer job money going to see Spider-Man 3 opening night in theaters. It's kind of doo-doo. You know, I would save myself a lot of grief. As you can see, the banter merely makes me stronger. Immediately regretted saying that, of course. I would say I have reached potential pessimism again. I mean, you can see it for yourself. I'm really giving it my all. I have no idea where holy water came from. I don't know what to say. Oh, you know what? It's because of Cambian Conception. I think I picked up enough HP that now I have holy water. And I am not mad at all. This is a redemption arc here. I'm trying, if I could just get it to land on Hush, I would be really stoked. I think it might have gotten in there, man. There you go, you've navigated. I need to get closer. There you go, Holy Water versus Hush. Am I crazy? That's like the most damage I've dealt on this fight. I think we're gonna win. And I owe a lot of it to Holy Water, which is something I never thought I would say before this expansion came out. That's for sure. Okay, now we're gonna back it up. Come on, NL, of all the offensive stuff you've ever said, your hatred for Spider-Man 3 is amongst the least well-aged. Hey, it's not even that I think Spider-Man 3 is, like, that terrible. It's just that, you know, Spider-Man 2 was so good that for Spider-Man 3 to merely be, like, in hindsight, kind of okay, for a lot of people at least, is, that's a big knock in my world. Because 2 was, like, lights out, man. It also taught me everything I ever needed to know about cinematography. When Dr. Octopus is looking at his tritium generator, and one of his goggles is like bright like the sun, and the other one is dark like the heart of the devil. You're like, whoa, dude. Is this Roger Deakins? Roger Deakins, did you do this? We're gonna win. Another Holy Water comes in. Just a second here. We spend... Holy Water has almost zero downtime, I'm realizing now. Oh my god, it's all hitting me at once. The post-its are done. The post-its are done. Soul of Lazarus has appeared in the basement. Death Certificate has appeared in the basement. The only thing that remains for us is challenges now. Wow, that feels good. I'm not messing with you. I got like a little, like a shiver almost of like, whoa, that feels good. We've been at this for a long time, man. Okay, now let's try to make this run work. I think it's pretty okay, but I don't know. Who knows, really? Oh man, and I mean I don't know what's going on with this, but I'm happy to be here, don't get me wrong. I will also say, like, it's not our first attempt, but that was our first attempt, since beating Greedier, which took me a long time. A long, long time. I actually think the thing we owe our victory to the most is the XL floor. Holy Water, very helpful as well, don't get me wrong, but I think were it not for the XL floor, we might not have ever had a chance to get Holy Water. So what I would actually like is if we could find a second secret room with Spirit Hearts in it, use the Queen of Hearts, create a ton of Spirit Hearts, and then let B-side pick up most of them to trigger more Cambion Conception. I'd feel like that was okay. We really should not be using the D1. Because... Or, sorry, the D4. I'm sorry, the D6. Why? What a bomb, by the way. And what a second bomb. Well, I think it's pretty easy, honestly. It's because with Chaos, you know, our items are not going to be a focus for this run at this point. I think maybe one of the... That's a range up, I think. One of the best ways through this for us is just to maybe even double up on the Queen of Hearts. And then I wouldn't say we have infinite. Wouldn't say we have infinite HP, but we get a good amount. Okay, so dump this, pop them. We're going to take... Just give this a minute, man. Just give this a freaking second, okay? That's not how you should do this. This is way slower than it had to be. That's okay. We're gonna D1 the Queen of Hearts, so we can hold one as both characters. Then I think we're gonna flip immediately. And again, now we got one as each character. It becomes fairly difficult to kill us. Now, is the Satan fight specifically gonna be an extreme pain in the butt? Yes. For all the, you know, benefits that we think we would get for beating Hush with one side and then being like, oh, I wish we had some of the items from the other side. Our other side is pretty trash, too. Thankfully, Star of Bethlehem kind of came through in the clutch here. It's going to be not so useful on the Satan phase unless we're really willing to just take a bunch of hits to the face. Please give me a Demon Heart, man. This, I mean, the Queen of Hearts is becoming quite potentially worthwhile here. I don't know if I would recommend getting as up close and personal as we're trying to get here. Please stop. I gotta use it, man. It actually had to be done. Can I just say, like, I don't want to get, make it too laissez-faire. But I really don't feel like, I'm honestly sort of like, just go ahead and kill me. if I die, I die. I'm very much, you know, on cloud 9 from the fact that we managed to beat the Hush fight. This is all just, you know, this is just the meat and potatoes, man. I'm a happy man. You knew it was coming. Like, I'm doing my best to dodge, but, like, our damage output is so low. Okay, be smarter. Very solid dodging there. I know we're not using Star of Bethlehem that much, but I feel like using Star of Bethlehem was honestly part of the major reason why I was taking those hits. Just trying to make sure I dodged through the center, which is not always plausible. I think if you could just get Satan to stomp on the bombs, that it's going to take a while, but I don't want to hear anybody saying he's not giving his all here. We're still looking at... I mean, we got a great rate of fire, but this is literally base damage. I'm now like, do your worst, because I don't have to play as this character except like in the 1 in 40 chance we get him on a random streak, which I'm sure will happen. Like, but at least it's not like the next you know, 6 weeks of my life are all gonna be Hush Lazarus runs. So go ahead and kill me. Like, I'll just become stronger than you could ever imagine or whatever. I have no idea why we got invincibility, but I'll take it. Oh, what? Oh, we took the Polaroid! Anyway, it don't matter. Look at this. So good. For now, thanks for watching. That one hits just right. We'll be back to do some challenges. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And Twitch, especially this week, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We will probably finish all of the check marks that we got to do in the Binding of Isaac Repentance on Twitch this week. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!